So this is just a tutorial video on how to do the splatter effect on the Snapbar molds. I'm going to use a clamshell, a 10-cell clamshell, and what I use is a small Wet n Wild brush. You can really use any makeup brush, I just find that this is really good for spreading. And these are kind of like paint mixers. You can get them in the art and craft shop. You probably get them on Amazon as well. For the tutorial, we're going to use the neon red shot feet mica, the Vietnam glitter, the Brittany glitter, and Jessie glitter. I call them all glitter. We're also going to put some tropical blue mica in and some crystal green gold mica. You can get these little tubs in Mr. Price's or the likes of Home Bargains and stuff. I find that they're really handy for keeping all the stuff and making sure that nothing tumbles over, and you can put the labels on them. Okay, so we're going to use the Jessie. I call it glitter. I'm not really sure if it's actually glitter or not, but it's Jessie Stars that you can get on Shopfeet's website. Anya would just get a little bit on the tip of the, we'll call it paint stir. Now obviously it's a little bit different than the 5-cell clamshell, but I just thought it'd be easier to show in a plastic clamshell so people could actually see what way it goes and what effect it takes. Next we're going in with the Brittany glitter. What Anya winds up doing is, I haven't got the hand to do it, she tips it really, really gently and it kind of just flows into it. And what she did last night was tried to make like a smoky effect. And it worked out really well. Whereas me, I was originally just going to throw a few stars in and call it a day, until Anya came in and decided she wanted to try something. So I think it's all about having a really steady hand and gentle hand at that. Going in with the crystal green and gold mica now.
You keep it turned to where you're going.
Yeah, keep it in. Luna wants to be a part of the video. Relax. Yeah, Anya was saying there, you keep it on the angle that you want to go in. So if you're doing the smoky effect, make sure that you do all of the pattern and whatever you're using in the same effect so that it takes shape the right way. Next, we're going with the limited edition Vietnam glitter mica by Shopfeet. Definitely one of my favorites. I haven't gotten to use a lot of them lately. I've been so busy with doing other stuff at home, but we used this last night and I was so impressed. So again, just using a little bit on the tip. And just as a matter of, I'm not sure if other people find it, what I had to do last night when I was pouring these was I found a sort of clear corner. You can tell in the 5-cell here. And that's where I poured the wax in. Because I find if you pour over the whole lot of it, it'll kind of just spread throughout and you'll lose the design. So I try and keep to one corner. Using this brush, now the mica kind of does fly everywhere. I'd be covered in mica sometimes. But just going in and going like that, kind of just tipping your finger off of it. And don't be afraid if there's stuff left on the brush, because, again, Anya found a handy way to get rid of the residue on the brush without wasting it, like I would, brushing it off of a microfiber cloth. So she takes the paint stirrer and goes along the brush and just slowly goes against it, and you get more of the residue off so that when you're wiping it off, you're not wasting loads of your mica.
This is how I did the line.
So to make it kind of look like a drag effect, you kind of take the bottom of your paint stir and you kind of just drag the mica.
You have to like squash it.
And drag it in different directions. Now you will get residue onto it, but that's absolutely fine because you kind of use a wee bit of extra chunk in mica to make up for what you'll lose then. And again, you can get as creative as you want. For Mother's Day, now I didn't get a very good picture of them. For Mother's Day, we tried to kind of do a smoke effect swirl, and I know that we tried to do the word mum, but again, didn't get a great picture. So unfortunately, I'd have to try that again. But you can get very creative with the mica and how you want to take the powder and the glitter and kind of just transform it around. It is time consuming, but it's definitely worth it. Going in with the New York limited edition now. Another very, like... What the New York did last night for my snap bars was it created a brilliant sparkle on them. In the video, we didn't even... I would never normally use a filter, but I just found that when we were taking the video and the pictures, the sparkle that was coming up between the New York and the Vietnam was absolutely unbelievable. And that's it, really. So basically, I mean, obviously a little different. We have a 10 cell here to a 5 cell. This is the way mine come out last night.
The plastic's a bit different.
The plastic will be a bit different than the actual silicone molds. But that's how we did our splatter effect. I left mine for about an hour and I put them into the fridge for the last couple of minutes. So again, using Olive Shop Feet's micas and glitters, and I did mine in a scent of Zoflora Twilight Garden. So hope you guys found that helpful and hope you guys can make something nice.